SAPSDE Invoicing, End-to-End Expert Notes. 1. Executive Summary and Architecture. Objective: to replace physical or PDF invoices with a structured digital data exchange, XML or JSON, between the supplier SAP system and the tax authority, government, or a B2B network, PEPL, in real time. 1. The SAP Solution Evolution. Old World, iDocs sent to EDI subsystems, Seeberger, Sterling, for B2B. No government validation. Transitional, localized reports, example, J1, IGINV, for India, generating files manually. Current standard, SAP document and reporting compliance, DRC. Core principle, an end-to-end dashboard inside SAP, the e-document cockpit, that manages the lifecycle of the invoice after the SD billing document is saved but before the customer receives it. 1. 2. The 4-tier architecture. To be an expert, you must understand the flow of data through these layers. 1. Source document layer, SD or FI. The standard billing document, VF01, or accounting doc, FB70. 2. E-document framework layer, backend. Creates a shadow entry in table EDOcument. Uses AIF Application Interface Framework to map SD data to the government-required XML format. 3. Communication layer, integration. SAPBTP Integration Suite, CPI, serves as the bridge. It handles authentication, OAuth, certificates, signing, digital signature, and connectivity to the external agency. 4. External layer, the tax authority, example, SDI in Italy, GSTN in India, SAT in Mexico, or access point, PEPL. 2. Master data and prerequisites, the hidden failures. Most e-invoicing errors originate here. As a consultant, audit these fields first. 2. 1 Customer Master, BP. Tax IDs, the STCEG, VAT Reg, No, or STCD1 or STCD2. Fields must be clean. No spaces, no special characters. Region codes, ISO codes must match government standards, example, LOM for Lombardy versus 03. Email, the recipient email for the XML, often stored in standard communication fields or specific tax categories. 2. Material Master, HSN or SAC codes, essential for GST or VAT classification. Usually stored in control code field in foreign trade view, table, marks use, unit of measure, UOM. ISO codes in SAP, example, PCE, must be mapped to government codes, example, H87. This requires unit of measure mapping, transaction CUNY, or specific DRC mapping tables. 3. Configuration, step-by-step, the hands-on core. Phase 1, SD output management. The trigger point. You must decide between NACE, output determination, or BRF+. Expert tip, modern S or 4 HANA implementations prefer BRF+. Configuration. 1. Create a new output type, example, EINV. 2. Assign it to the billing type, F2. 3. Crucial. This output does not print a PDF. It triggers the e-document creation code. 4. Requirement routine. Add a routine to check. Is this company code active for e-invoicing? To prevent accidental triggers. Phase 2. Enabling the e-document, cross-application components. T-code, SM30, view EDOCOMPANY, ACTIV. Action. Activate your company code for the specific country solution, example, IT for Italy, IN for India. Interface type. Assign the standard SAP interface type. Example, for Italy, map billing type F2 to EDOC type IT invoice. Phase 3, AIF, Application Interface Framework. This is where the data mapping happens. You don't need to be an ABA per, but you must know how to trace errors here. T-code, or AIF, or IFMON, interface monitor. Value mappings, the most common configuration task. Scenario: SAP sends payment term Z001 government expects code 30. Fix: go to AIF customizing, value mapping, assign Z001 to 30. Fixed values, hard coding values required by law, example. Currency code, EUR. Phase 4, integration, CPI or BTP. SOAMA, NAGER. You must configure the logical port to send the payload from S/4HANA to the SAP Cloud Integration tenant. Certificates. Ensure the STR/UST transaction has the correct SSL certificates to talk to the Cloud Integration tenant. 4. The end-to-end process flow, deep dive. Step 1. Billing creation. User creates invoice in VF01. System output type EINV processes successfully. Result: a record is created in table EDOcument. Status is created. Step 2. E-document cockpit, the consultant's home. T-code, EDOCCOCKPIT. Action: the user selects the document and clicks Submit. Background process 1. SAP calls the AIF interface. 2. AIF maps SD fields, VBRK or VBRP, to the target XML structure. 3. Validation: if data is missing, example. Missing tax ID. AIF throws an error here. Status: error. 4. If valid, the XML is passed to the AIF connector. Step 3. Transmission and signing. The XML travels to SAP Integration Suite, CPI. CPI applies a digital signature if required, example. Using a certificate stored in the key store. CPI calls the tax authority API. Step 4. Authority response. Synchronous: the government returns a token or acknowledgement ID immediately. Asynchronous: the government validates the invoice later, can take minutes to days. SAP update, a background job, example. EDOCBACKGROUND queries the government for status updates. Step 5. Final statuses. Accepted, government approved. SAP saves the IRN, invoice reference number, or UUID, back into the EDOCUMENT table, and often into the billing document text or reference field. Rejected, government found a logical error, example. Duplicate invoice number. Fix: you cannot change a posted invoice. You must cancel, VF11. Fix the master data and recreate the invoice. 5. Official Document Numbering, ODN. This is critical for compliance in countries like India, Italy, France, and LATAM. The SD billing number 9,000,001 is usually internal. The government requires a specific format, example, 2024 A0001. Configuration approach 1. Define number groups in cross-application components, general application functions, cross-application document numbering. 2. Assign to document class, link billing types to number groups. 3. Result: when VF01 is saved, SAP generates the ODN and stores it in field XBLNR reference in the accounting document and the billing header. Note: the e-invoice XML must transmit the ODN, not the internal SAP document number. 6. Technical under the hood, for the expert. Key tables. EDOCUMENT, the header table for all eDocs, contains the status, process ID, process, and keys to the source document source key. EDOINEINVINVCFGV, example for India, specific config views. EDO, generally, any table starting with EDO is relevant, or AIF, or TERRREG, AIF Error Registration Table, SRTMONI, transaction to monitor the SOAP messages, leaving SAP towards CPI. Key BADIs, business add-ins. When standard mapping isn't enough, you use these, EDOCA, DAPTOR, to change how the e-document is created or determine if it should be created. EDOCINTER, FACECONNE, to manipulate the XML payload before it leaves SAP, last mile modification. EDOCPAR, TNER, CONNECTOR, to change partner determination logic. 7. Troubleshooting and error handling. Scenario: user reports invoice stuck in transmission. Consultant diagnostic checklist. 1. Check EDOCCOCK PIT. Read the error log. Is it a red traffic light? If mapping error, it's an AIF issue. Missing field or wrong value map. If communication error, it's a CPI or connection issue. 2. Check SRTMONI. Did the message leave SAP? Red flag. Ping failed or authentication required. Certificate might be expired. 3. Check CPI monitor. Log into the BTP tenant. Did the message reach CPI? Did the government reject it with a specific error code? 4. Common user error. I canceled the invoice in VF11, but the e-invoice is still active. Solution: the e-invoice process is separate. User must also click Cancel in the e-document cockpit to send the cancellation signal to the government. 8. Strategic advice for the consultant. Don't customize unless necessary. Government schemas change annually. If you write hard-coded ABAP in a custom Z program, you will break compliance every year. Use the AIF value mapping and standard BADIs so SAP updates, OSS notes, can be applied easily. Testing is hard. Government test servers are often unstable. Build a robust regression test suite. Security. Access to the e-document cockpit allows users to submit financial data to the government. Restrict authorization objects EDOCUMENT and EDOCPROC.